You know how I was complaining about the weather in the United Kingdom? Well, for some reason, it has become the complete opposite, and now we are going through this mini heat wave. So I'm gonna do this without sweating my tits off as much as possible. Anyway, hello everybody! Welcome back to my channel. It has almost been 2 weeks since Eurovision 2021 has been on our screens. It's been a lot to process the last few weeks, hasn't it? A lot. Like, I don't know about you, but I can't avoid Eurovision content at the moment, and it seems to be on the news, it seems to be what every YouTuber is talking about. And the other day, I'm just sitting there with my windows open, and I'm hearing Discotheque by The Roop being blared out by some random's car.
It's taking over me, it's slowly kicking in.
I mean, this is crazy, isn't it? There's multiple songs from this year's contest that are in the UK top charts, and I believe all around Europe's top charts. It might even be in America's, I'm not too sure about that one, so don't quote me on that. But it's everywhere. Like, I don't think I've ever seen so many Eurovision songs in the top charts. It's a big deal to have this. The last few months I have been basically focused on Eurovision content, and yeah, today I just want to have a quick recap of what just happened 2 weeks ago. I can't actually get over how amazing this year was, and I think a lot of you are also thinking the same thing. And ever since the contest stopped, we've all been also obsessed with Måneskin, who are the winners of this year's contest. I mean, maybe it is just me, but it seems like every single other person is also on this Måneskin craze. But that is not what I'm here to talk about. I want to discuss a little bit on how much this year's contest is going to affect the coming years of Eurovision. And a big part of that has got to do with the standard. I think if you haven't checked out any of the Eurovision content, this isn't going to make any sense. So please go do that first. But the level of this competition this year, from the standard of the songs, the standard of the performances, the staging, oh my gosh, like it is on another level. A big part of that has probably got to do with the fact that Eurovision 2020 had to be cancelled due to COVID-19, and this is the first time this has ever happened in Eurovision history since 1956 when the competition began, which is, I guess, a really big part of history now when you think about it. And therefore, we saw a lot of the contestants from last year's contest going forward again this year with another song, and I think they had time to, just really prepare for this year, and it showed, I'll tell you that. I mean, how many great performances did we see? They were all so good, so I can't list them all, but of course we had like Lithuania, The Roop, Ukraine, of course, we had like Destiny from Malta coming back with an absolute banger. Iceland, Daddy Freya came back again with another absolute bop. San Marino, Senate, brought us Flowrider. I mean, yeah, okay, they didn't do that well at the end, but we'll get into that in a second of why I think that might be the case. However, I still don't understand that. That shouldn't have got as low as it did, I don't think, personally. That song I still play. Adrenalina is running through my veins all day, every day. But yeah, there was just so many good songs that I think from now on, we are gonna see quite a change in Eurovision. A big part of that has got to do with Netherlands hosting the show this year. I know the Dutch know how to party, and I experienced it myself going to a music festival, Armin van Buuren, who actually was part of this year's contest, if you didn't clock. He begun semi-final 1 with Duncan Lawrence and they had their song together, which was really, really cool to see. And we had like other really big DJs like Afrojack putting on the interval show in the final. There was just a lot going on, and it all worked so well. They even had that interval with all of Eurovision's like past winners or like legends, I guess you could say. That was just really, really cool as well. Like, I don't think they could have done a better job despite the current circumstances with COVID and social distancing and everything that went behind closed doors. Honestly, a big round of applause, because I've got to say, this will change Eurovision for good, I am telling you. Because the Netherlands hosted this year, we had amazing hosts like Nikki Tutorials, who is huge on YouTube. I don't know. Well, you probably know that because you're on here. All you need to do is look up her name and you'll understand how big she is. She actually just made a video talking about her experience hosting the show and how amazing it was for her. And to have Eurovision on a platform on her level has, I think, sparked this huge craze of Eurovision. This never has happened before in my experience. I've never found that Eurovision is on the level that it is today. I mean, we have to talk a little bit about the stats. So the stats here say that the grand final of the 65th contest achieved an average of 4% point higher TV audience share than the last contest in 2019 of 40.5%, more than double the average primetime viewing share for the same group of channels. So that's 19.4%. I think they had on average 183 million views in the final as well, which when you think about it, that is huge. And I am sure that there is way more online because I have been seeing so many Americans as well this year doing reactions to Eurovision, which is news to me. My fiance is American and he really didn't know much about the contest before I met him, and if he didn't know me, he wouldn't know anything. So the fact that random people from America are now tuning in to watch this contest is just saying something. Of course, the Americans are going to have their own version of the show and God knows what that's going to be like, but their interest in this contest is definitely going to excel the expectations for next year in so many ways. I hope to see more countries taking risks and not just sending the typical Eurovision formula that we normally see in the show. The voting was also very, very tense this year. And there was a lot of countries, like I mentioned, that I don't think deserve to be in the bottom. San Marino, Germany, UK. But when it comes to the UK and Germany, when you really look down to it, comparing it to the top 10, it really wasn't on the same level as those songs. And I think for the UK especially, it has been a huge wake-up call for us. We need to step up our game here. Bless James Newman. I actually really like the song, but I don't think he had a lot of help with this. I think it was solely him, and if he had a team that actually cared about Eurovision, which the rest of Europe does, then maybe we will have the chance to be in the top 10. And I have seen a ton of famous artists tuning in and talking about Eurovision this year. In fact, wait a minute. Everyone's been talking about Eurovision this year. I have friends that don't really ever care about this contest messaging me, especially on the night. They were like, oh my gosh, this person's really good. Oh, look at Lithuania. Look at Italy. Like, there was so many good songs that the level has just gone sky high. I absolutely think next year, especially for the countries that are struggling, we'll have to buck up. Otherwise, we're just going to continue to get nil point, and we do not want that, do we? We do not. But next year, I'm really excited for this contest. I think we're going to see some really cool things. And as I said, now that we have this bigger platform, it's just going to get even more exciting, and I think we need to expect better quality performances and songs, and I think we'll get that. I really do think we'll get that from now on, which is great. Finally, I have a hobby and interest that people will take seriously and not just think is a joke, because my whole life I have been classed as the weirdo that likes Eurovision, so it is nice to see this. My interest in Maneskin is still going on. You will be seeing more reactions to them, so if you don't like that, sorry, but I will be doing some other Eurovision content. Do not worry. Please let me know down in the comment section below what you want me to react to next, Eurovision related or not. And also, what was your favorite song this year? Because there's just too many. There is just too many. I will be back very soon with some more content. So I'll see you guys very, very soon. Okay, I need to go open a window now.